This story comes from the real experience of a man known as Mr. M, but long before that, he was once a volunteer soldier stationed along the Thai-Myanmar border. What he encountered there wasn't something written in any manual, and it wasn't something he could ever forget. This happened more than 20 years ago, during a time when the border forests were still vast, wild, and deeply mysterious. Back then, Mr. M was a young man who had just finished lower secondary school. Instead of continuing his studies immediately, he chose to serve the country as a volunteer soldier. He was assigned to a company stationed deep in the mountains, right along the border, a place where the line between ally and enemy was as blurred as the line between the living and the unseen. Their main duty was patrol, holding ground, preventing illegal crossings. The forest there felt heavy. Towering trees blocked most of the sunlight. The air was thick with moisture. The smell of damp earth and rotting leaves clung to every breath. One day, a patrol unit of about 30 soldiers received orders to walk a familiar route. 5 kilometers. A circular path that should have brought them back to base within a few hours. They set out at around 11 in the morning. At first, nothing seemed unusual, but as time passed, something felt wrong. 6 hours later, they reached the same cliff. Again and again. Second time, third time, fourth time. Each time, the landscape was unmistakably the same. Exhaustion set in. Confusion followed. The platoon lieutenant finally ordered everyone to stop. In the fading light, he asked quietly if anyone had done something disrespectful, anything that might offend the spirits of the forest. No one answered. Only the wind responded. Cold, sudden, unwelcome. When the last light of day disappeared, the forest turned completely black. Not dim, not shadowed, black. Food began to run out. The soldiers sucked on dry rice, letting saliva soften the grains just enough to swallow. Their water bottles emptied. They cut thick jungle vines, waiting patiently for a few precious drops of water to drip out. In the darkness, even the man standing next to you was invisible. The silence was worse than distant gunfire from across the border. The forest stopped breathing, as if it was watching. Using a flashlight carefully shielded from view, they checked their maps. That's when the truth hit them. They had crossed into neighboring territory, an active combat zone. Every step now carried the weight of death. No fires, no loud voices. They slept scattered in a circle, weapons clutched tightly. Mr. M said he hugged his rifle like a first wife. Every rustling leaf, every crawling insect. The nerves never relaxed. At dawn, hope returned. They moved again, searching desperately for a way back into Thailand. That was when they found it. Beneath a large tree, 2 small skeletons, curled together. A mother monkey and her child. The bones were dry and white. The mother's arms still wrapped around her baby, as if protecting it until the very last breath. One of the soldiers, a man everyone called Sam, snapped. Fatigue, fear, frustration. He kicked the bones apart, scattered them, and cursed loudly. Others tried to stop him. They warned him. The forest has owners. Every death here carries weight. He didn't listen. After 3 full days, the unit finally made it back to base. They were fed, treated, alive. But the consequences had only begun. That night, Sam screamed in his sleep. He swung his rifle at empty air, shouting that thousands of things were surrounding him, trying to kill him. His face grew hollow, his eyes broken. The next day, some soldiers went down to bathe by the stream. Suddenly, an explosion. A blast tore through Uncle Sam's body. Shrapnel ripped into him. Chaos erupted. No one could explain where the grenade came from. The area had already been cleared. Several soldiers later swore they saw something impossible. They saw a sergeant, a man bedridden with severe malaria, walk out calmly, holding a grenade, place it by the stream, and leave. But when they checked the cot, he was still there, unconscious, unable to move. Sam died in his friend's arms. Before he passed, he tried to speak. Blood filled his mouth. The only clear words were apologies. Mr. M ended his story with a simple truth. The forest has owners. Sometimes they appear as animals, sometimes as bones. Respect matters, because beneath every leaf and inside every shadow, you never know who is watching. And remember, when you walk through places older than memory, walk with humility. If you want to hear more true horror stories from Thailand, subscribe to Tale After Dark.